The number one thing that will make or break your high kill game is your gameplay strategy, and that's why in today's video I'm going to be giving you several tips and tricks on how to improve your gameplay strategy, how to use it to get more kills, and overall how to become a better Warzone player. But make sure you only try to implement one or two of these tips at a time to your gameplay. Don't try to implement them all at once or you're going to get confused and it's not going to work out. Feel free to come back to the video anytime you need to get more tips once you've mastered those one or two that you've selected. But if you like my content, make sure you drop a sub, comment what your favorite part of the video was and if it helped you out, and also comment what I could improve with my editing and thumbnail wise. And with that being said, let's jump right in. The first thing we're going to be talking about is our landing spot, because that's the first thing that applies to your gameplay strategy. You want to be landing the same spot every single game, or where you're most comfortable at, because that's going to give you three advantages. For one, it's going to let you know if there's going to be a lot of money there. For two, it's going to let you know if there's going to be crates there where you can get weapons out of. Or for three, if it's going to be a sweaty spot. Now, you necessarily don't have to land a sweaty spot to get high kill games, like Dock, Harbor, and Industries aren't that sweaty spots, opposed to Control, Headquarters, and Prison. Now, when I'm landing here at Prison, I know there's going to be a crate in the right side corner of this window, so I'm immediately going to go to this crate, and it's not going to give me the best loot. So when I come over here, see the Loadout crate, and I get my guns, that is going to allow me to push fights with momentum, get me a lot of kills, and then I can get UAVs, which is a part of my gameplay strategy. So whenever I have these guns, I'm immediately going to go push people because I have a huge advantage against them since I have my loadout guns. Now, I hear someone up top here, so I'm going to go ahead and work my way up there. Now, whenever I go up there, I hear someone in this room, so I'm going to push in there, get the kill, and get the team wipe. So make sure you're always paying attention to what guns you have and be landing the same spot every single game. A tip to improve your gameplay strategy and get more kills is the third-party gunfights. So when I look at my minimap after I hear shooting, I recognize it's two teams. How to read your minimap is if there's an arrow below the dot, they're below you. If there's an arrow above the dot, they're above you. If there's no arrow on the dot, they're on your level. Now, when you should be looking at your minimap is after every single kill you get, that's going to give you a ping. After a UAV or portal radar that you've popped, or whenever you hear shooting like this. How to tell if someone's pushing you is the dot on the minimap's getting closer. If they're running away, then the dot's going to be getting farther. Now, with this information, I know I have to push this fight carefully since it could possibly be 6 people since I'm playing solo trios. Now, when I go in this window, I hear someone behind me, so I break his camera and get this kill without taking damage. So I'm going to go on this wall and play positioning so that I have cover with me so that I don't take as much damage in this gunfight. So I don't end up getting the down, but I do get this thirst. I recognize it is two teams, so whenever I see this dude over here, I get the down, then I know the zombie skin's going to push right back out of here to try to kill me. So I kill him, and then I'm able to get this team wipe, because I guess there was only 2 of them. So make sure you are always third party in gunfights and reading your minimap. Normally when you die, I talk about having a few regain spots picked out, but since I was too far away and that dude was in the tunnel that killed me, I'm going to land here on top of Lighthouse. Now, I know there's going to be a crate on top here if it's not looted. When I open it, it's going to give me the worst gun possible. Now, I'm going to go over here to Prison Lobby and try to loot up, but it's also going to give me the worst gun possible, a sniper rifle, called timing if I'm not wrong. Now, whenever I jump out here, I'm going to go ahead and pick up this SVD, because, I mean, why not? The Fang ain't going to be any better. So when I pick up this Cypher, I know this is going to give me a great spot to go push gunfights, because whenever I hear shooting, I'm a third party this and like pre-fire that to see if they're there, but they're not. So I'm a third party this, get the kill. Now this is going to give me a decent SMG, some cash, and some plates. So once you regain, immediately push people. Don't always try to like continuously looting up till you got the perfect guns, because you're probably going to die anyway with those somewhat perfect guns. Backing off and re-engaging on gunfights is very important with your gameplay strategy, because this will allow you to take less damage in gunfights. So it all starts when I hear someone go up here, so I'm thinking ahead and I'm going to cut him off and try to get this down and thirst. Now once I do get the down and thirst on him, recognize it's 2 teams because those people that are obviously there didn't show up on the minimap. So I'm going to try to kickstart this team off with a down and thirst as well, but I take too much damage, so I need to back off again and play it up, expecting his teammate to push. He doesn't. So I'm going to re-engage. Whenever I see him right up on me, I back off again, then quickly re-engage. And when I recognize it's 2, I'm going to break lines of sight. What this means is I'm constantly putting new objects between me and the enemies to like cut their vision off of me. This will allow you to take less damage, and never do this when standing still, because then you're just going to get beamed. Now whenever I come down here third party these enemies, I recognize this person's down. A quick way to get another kill is to body shield them, then quick kill them. It's going to give you the credit for that kill. Now since I was constantly backing off and re-engaging, I was able to get this team op because I was constantly full plates, never engaging with less plates than what I had. So make sure you're always backing off and re-engaging fights when necessary. Getting your loadout down early in Warzone is very important to your gameplay strategy because this will give you an advantage with your loadout guns, your perks, and your lethal and tacticals. Now, once I have fully regained, I'm going to go over here to the buy station and get my loadout down. Now, the perks I run are Survivor, Sprinter, and Resolute, but I normally run Tempered. Now, remember that perk Gung Ho I passed up? This perk right here? Yeah, that is a lootable perk. It means you can pick it up and add it to your perk package. Now, this will give me a speed boost once I'm reloading. Paired with Resolute, this is going to make you very fast. And this will allow you to get more kills and make your gameplay strategy a lot more speedy. Now, make sure that you always try to get your loadout down ASAP and always be picking up lootable perks. So this will help you tremendously. Learning how to approach multiple enemies is very important to your gameplay strategy. So the way you want to do it is you want to try to get one clean knocked from range. So when I recognize this is multiple enemies, I want to get that clean knocked from range without taking any damage to kickstart this fight off. So once I get this down in thirst, I look at my minimap and see it is multiple still. So I'm going to take a different piece of positioning and try to get a second clean knock without taking damage from a different angle. So once I've done that, I've taken no damage during this 1v3 so far, so I'm able to clean it up in this last 1v1. Now I have my SMG out, and once I crack him, since I've taken no damage during this 1v3, I'm able to play more aggressive and kind of stray forward, and I'm able to get this team wipe. So make sure that if you are pushing multiple enemies, that you're pushing them from range and not like trying to push them all at once.
It was at this moment he knew. He messed up.
Mark remaining operators from that squad. Hunt them down.
When taking a 1v1 or just a even 50-50 gunfight, you want to be playing unpredictable. What this means is you want to be doing something that not a lot of other players do. So with my knowledge of this dude being your grab balls, I'm not going to push him there normally. I'm going to use a jump spot. So this spot is where you jump on this wall, then jump right onto the sledge, and then you're on the top roof. Now this is what happens to 90% of y'all. You get caught in the situation that this dude's in, waiting for your teammates to be brought back, you're not paying attention to like your surroundings, and you get caught out in the open. Make sure that you are playing unpredictable and that if you're last alive, you are watching your back and making sure no one else is trying to push you. Pre-firing before you even see the enemy is very important to your gameplay strategy. Doing this will allow you to win a lot more gunfights. So whenever I hear someone coming up the ladder, I'm going to pre-fire before I even see him. See, I'm shooting before I've even seen him. So when he does end up coming up the ladder, I'm putting bullets in him before he can even shoot. And he's already dead by the time he's at the top of the ladder and has his gun out. So make sure that if you want to win more gunfights and improve your gameplay strategy, that you are pre-firing around corners or when you think someone is near you.
Thanks for the work. UAV overflight terminated.
You're losing ground. Move.
Normally, once you die, I talk about not landing on your loadout immediately, landing near and like working your way to it. But since I'm patrolling the area a bit and I've determined there's no one near it, I'm going to go ahead and land on it since I have no other option. Now, once I am landing on it, anyone who wants to third party me after I've gotten my loadout can, because I'm in a great spot to challenge them. So I notice this dude jumped down and I'm on this head glitch. I'm going to go reposition to the other part of the head glitch and I'm going to take him out without taking a single bullet of damage. So make sure that if you are going to land on your loadout immediately, make sure there's no one near it, because that will give you a huge advantage if someone does third party you. Getting more kills in Warzone comes with two things. For one, learning how to fight outnumbered, and for two, learning how to farm teams. I did a video on fighting outnumbered. Make sure you go check it out after this video. It was the last video I posted. Now, farming teams, the secret to it is once I see that this dude is last alive on that team, once I spot him, I'm just going to run away. Now, I'm going to let him live long enough to where his teammates come back. And whenever his teammates come back, I'm going to kill them and not let them regain fully. So what that means is don't let them get their meta guns or decent guns. So you want to kill them the second they load back in, because if you wait a little bit then try to go push them, then they're going to have their meta guns and they're going to come after you and stack on you and end up killing you. So make sure that if you're going to farm teams, you farm them right and don't push them once they have regained.
Good kill. Marking the rest of that. Enemy destroyed. Use your tac map to hunt down the rest of them. Mark remaining operators from that squad. Hunt them down. Fire sale active. Buy station prices have been
Just a
reduced.
minute, please. when people think about gameplay strategy, they normally think about UAVs and portable radars, but what do these do for us? Well, I'm fixing to explain it. UAVs are $6,000. They will cover the entire map with minimap pings. They will give you a ping every 3 seconds for 30 seconds. Portable radars are $2,000. They give you a minimap ping every 2 seconds and will cover a portion of the map for 30 seconds. Now, anytime you have enough money for any of these, you should buy them. If you have $6,000, buy UAV. If you have $2,000 or $4,000, buy a portable radar or two. Now, if you don't got your loadout down, then make sure you get a loadout first. Now, that's the only reason I'm able to drop 32 kills this game, because I was popping UAVs and portable radars, and my gameplay strategy, I'm just so used to it, but I do end up dying here. So make sure you're able to regain and are popping UAVs and portable radars constantly.
Time for vengeance. You're redeploying. Resurgence window is ending. Watch your six.
A huge aspect to your gameplay strategy is your regaining in late game. Now, there's not a lot of ways to regain once you've died a lot and it is late game, but hands down, the #1 way to regain in late game is these biometric scanners. Because if you get silver or above, that's automatically going to give you your perks, your lethal and tacticals, and some money. Now, since it's fire sale and I have $2,500, I can already afford my guns. I just want to get my perks, lethal, and tacticals. Unfortunately, we get bronze and we're just going to get our lethal and tacticals. But do not forget about these biometric scanners, because these things are very important. Now, make sure you don't waste it in early game, because these things have a ton of potential in later games. So keep this in mind. Another huge aspect to your gameplay strategy is to live ping your enemies. Doing so will allow you to see them through walls and track them better. I live ping this enemy here. Don't know if you can necessarily see it, but I did put an arrow on there to help you see it better. How to do so is you hit the up arrow on your D-pad. Now, the benefits of live pinging, you'll be able to see them more clearly, track them better, shoot them through walls. And right here, you can see it is better since I was not getting shot at. But you can see if they're running away or re-challenging you when they go behind a wall. So make sure that you always live ping enemies when you have the chance, or at least train yourself to remember to.
UAV in the area.
UAV available for testing.
Operator establishing score streak.
Ten remaining. Keep pushing.
In-game happens once respawn disables, but what do we do once in-game happens? Well, this doesn't necessarily mean we have to stop playing aggressive. We just need to prioritize our positioning and high ground more than anything. We can still play aggressive from high ground and our positioning, just picking off enemies from a distance. You can rack up several kills in in-game, but just make sure that you're not just trying to go in a room full of a 4-stack or a 3-stack, trying to YY around them and put them in a TikTok. Just make sure you're making smart decisions once in-game happens. Like right here, I'm getting sniped at, so I'm just going to back off and go, like, try to get in zone safely, because in zone with cover, then power positioning. That means, like, in zone with, like, cover to work off of with high ground. So always keep that recipe inside your mind and never play too aggressive once in-game hits. The absolute biggest gameplay strategy for in-game is to rotate in safe zone early. So see how I'm rotating willingly into safe zone before gas pushes me into there? The reason I'm doing this is so I can get in there before anyone else, so that I can look down on players that are rotating late, so I can get a couple of quick kills. Now, remember what I said about you can still play aggressive in-game? That was exactly what I was talking about. The players that are out in the open, vulnerable to shots, are going to be trying to rotate and not getting worried about getting shot. It's worried about dying to gas. So make sure that when you rotate early, you are looking for players that are rotating late. Is that a headache there? I just one. See how I'm not playing over aggressive and I'm prioritizing my cover more than anything? See how I get that down and thirst while using my cover? Now, see how I don't immediately go full send the 1v1? I back off, I reload, I'm going to replay, and I'm going to check for any other enemies trying to rotate in or for any sound cues that I might have missed. Only then am I gonna re-challenge, but I'm still playing off cover. I'm not fighting out in the middle of the open. Only when I 360 is to try to avoid a sniper bullet. So then I'm gonna go ahead and rotate in the zone early and kind of ignore that guy because, like I said, I don't want to be pushed in the zone and him looking down at me.
Gas is moving. Enemy dropping into the AO.
See how when I recognize there's multiple enemies, I'm probably not going to win this since they have high ground on me. I'm going to back off, then re-engage. This is very important in the game. I talked about this in early game, but this is especially important in end game because this will save your life. Now make sure you stick to the end of the video to see me clutch up this dub because this is just magic that I cannot explain.
We've got gas moving in.
Will you act and seize this last opportunity?
Since we are about to clutch up this epic 32 kill game, I want to go ahead and ask y'all to subscribe because I'm trying to become the biggest Warzone content creator there is, and make sure you share this video with your friends and family so they know to check me out as well, and comment what your favorite part of the video was and if it helped you out. And just remember, if my thumbnails ain't top notch or my videos ain't top notch like the big time creators, I am a 15-year-old editing on a PS5 in his bedroom, which I am saving up for a laptop, and I'm already $100 in. So make sure you drop a sub and let's get back to the gameplay.
The enemy never stood a chance. Nicely done.
Let's go.